Follow all Moessieurs news on his website, www.moessieurs.com. And on his Facebook Moessieurs and Instagram Moessieurs13 page 2. For daily exclusive publications.
Hi all, welcome on Moessieurs for this new video dedicated to the Yamaha Montage. And the today's topic is about one of the three important screens that we have about. Using Arpeggio, we will talk about individual screen. Shoot all along the video because on the bonus, I'm going to show you the great things you can do directly from the home screen about using Arpeggio. If you are not already a Moessieurs YouTube follower, please click on subscribe and click on the bell to be informed when I release a new video. If you like the video content, please click on the thumb. And if you want to support and thank me for the video I release for free for you on YouTube, please use the super thanks bottom right the video.
For that video, I chose this preset performance. Bassy Funk, which is an ANX performance, very beautiful performance. What happens if I press the ARP on off button on this performance, and I want to play? Nothing happens, simply because there are no arpeggios assigned. How do I assign arpeggios? You can go straight to the navigation button. If you are on common level, the best thing is to go to the part level, because it's in the part that you'll be able to assign your arpeggios. As you can see, there's absolutely nothing here. How do I assign arpeggios? For those new to Montage M, we have up to 8 arpeggio variations available. Bassy Funk is the sound. The arpeggio is actually the melodic line that the musician will play with his instrument, or what the drummer or percussionist plays. To assign an arpeggio, it's very simple. I'm not going to go through it all again, as I did in my category search video. The link is in the description of that video, check it for more details, but I can't just send you away and say, go and see that video. So, I give you the most important points about this. We click on category search, and preferably, we'll take the bass category. You can choose other things of course, but preferably I take the bass. As it's bassy funk, we'll simply type funk and search to be in the same style. Now we'll find all the funk arpeggios. I select the first one in the list, and now I can activate my master arpeggio here, and I'll have an arpeggio that plays. Well, this one may not be very developed, so let's look for something else. I quickly explain to you the names and nomenclature of the arpeggios. In MA, M stands for main. This means it's a main arpeggio, for playing either the verse or the chorus as example. Is the simplest, you heard it, it was very simple. For this one you can see that we have variations. 5, 6B, 6C, tac 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 in MA. We have MB. MC, so that's a little more playing complex. And so on. MD, these are the most playing complex. That's better, isn't it? Then you'll have arpeggios with an I. It's meaning intro, to make an intro with the arpeggio. F for a fill. Or a transition, if you prefer. Those with B are for breaks, as example. So that's the kind of names you're going to get for these arpeggios. I press enter to select it, and there's my arpeggio. I have 8 variations available, so I can create a bass for a song I want to play, as example, simply by setting up to 8 arpeggio variations. We're not going to talk about the top banner here. I'll talk about that in the common video. But we're going to talk about these 2 little settings. Because for each of these arpeggios, I can change its velocity in relation to what was recorded, because it's MIDI that was recorded, depending on how it was recorded. Here, in velocity, I'm at +0. If I go up, it's like if a bassist playing his strings harder, depending on what was recorded. So sometimes there's not a huge difference, it depends on how it's been recorded. As you can hear, there's not much difference, we're pretty much in the same rendering. On the other hand, if you want to make it quieter, you can do it like this. It really changes the rendering of our arpeggio. Depending on the arpeggio, you'll get different results, going for more or less. If you want to go faster, you click twice to enter the value you want, or to make 0, like this. This is for velocity, and for each of the 8 arpeggio variations, here in this screen, you can make this small change. The gate time is the note's duration. Do I make the notes longer, or do I make them shorter? If I want longer notes in the way I render the arpeggio, in the way I play it. Here it's not a bass player, since it's an analog sound, so what would be played by a keyboard player, you can have this. I'm getting a little hung up here, but if I go any further, it'll get worse. Of course, you can reduce the length of the notes. So it all depends on the arpeggio, and the type of instrument that goes with it. Obviously, some things will work on certain instruments, and not on others. A chromatic percussion won't last any longer. I mean, these are short sounds. Percussive sounds are by definition short. On a drum kit, velocity will have an impact, but note duration won't necessarily make much difference, because a bass drum kick hit is still relatively short.
Would you like to take in hand, learn or improve your knowledge of your Yamaha synthesizer or stage keyboard? Book your Moessieux Masterclass now. Your private session is conducted online through Zoom. Take all benefit of Joel's expertise for all these topics. It's available for users all over the world, through Music Hackspace platform, in English or in French. It's easy, select your date and time from the Moessieux calendar available slots on your time zone. Choose your topic and after your online personal meeting, you can download your session video to review it, as many anytime you need. And now, that's the bonus time.
So, for this bonus, let's see what we can do from our home screen without having to go into the editing screens. On home screen, obviously you have to be in this display mode, where you can see the arpeggios, otherwise you won't be able to make some changes. We could also make changes to the portamento, which is below here. What can we do? So here's my arpeggio. I can mute the arpeggio directly like this. Even if the master button is on, I just play myself the note. I can put it on. But as soon as I remove my hands, it stops. Depending on what you're doing, when you're playing, you probably want to be able to let go of your hands and change the chord you're going to play, for example. How do I do that? Well, the shift button is your friend, and here you can see that it changed color from blue to orange. And here is the hold mode, which means that I can let go my hands. I remind you to press the stop button. To stop the arpeggios playing, there's no need to press on/off several times. You're going to say to me, well, just that and the bonus isn't great. Maybe not with this one performance. I'll go and get a drum kit, the first one to come, the real drum kit. I'll redo my settings to put them like that. As you can see, the view is a little different for drums. There's no portamento. That's why, on a drum kit, you'll only have that on screen. Now let's move on to the view mode, where you'll see the ARP Select and MS Select. So ARP Select is the selection of the 8 variations. That's why I've changed my performance. To have 8 variations, I'm going to click here on ARP Select. For the moment I'm going to remove it from the screen, and now you can see that with my button here, I can change the variations from one to the next or previous, like this. But if you need to change several unordered variations, you can go to Edit Common, on the screen I have shown you in another video. But if you want to stay there, you can do so with this display activated. And so on. So we can still do quite a few practical things from our home screen, without having to navigate through the edit screens inside the performance.
This is video ending. I hope you have liked it. I hope you have find it interesting. As a reminder, you can book your Moessieux Masterclass directly on the Music Arcspace platform. See you soon for one other Moessieux video. Bye.
Would you like to discover, learn, or improve your knowledge of your Yamaha synthesizer or stage keyboard? Book your Moessieurs Masterclass now. Your private session is conducted online through Zoom. Take all benefit of Moessieurs' expertise, Yamaha synthesizers and stage keyboard specialist and consultant for Yamaha Music Europe and France. As member of International Yamaha Tech Talk live team, music hackspace instructor and host of the Camelot Pro sessions, Joel take care of your experience level. Whether you're a beginner or a skilled user, get the most out of your Yamaha synthesizer, stage keyboard, John Melas software suite or Camelot Pro. Book your session for your personal Moessieurs one-to-one session. It's available for users all over the world through Music Hackspace platform. It's easy. Select your date and time from the Moessieurs calendar available slots on your time zone. Thank you for watching this Moessieurs video. Do not forget to click on like, subscribe and click on the bell to be informed when a new video is online. Do not hesitate to write a comment or ask a question. See you soon, bye!